Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Conspiracy Theory 101, your online course for conspiracies and conspiracy theories. I am Dan, your professor for this class. Now, each class will be structured around a certain topic, whether it be a conspiracy or conspiracy theory. So, look for the lesson plan at the beginning of each video. Now, for this video, our first lesson, we will be taking a look at the following ideas in respect to conspiracy theories. Our main goal in this class is to actually learn why do people believe in conspiracy theories, both the societal and the neurological. Why are they so appealing? So, let's start. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is, what is a conspiracy theory? Well, the word itself is actually two words. You have conspiracy and theory. Look at the words separately. A conspiracy is a secret plan to do something unlawful or unethical. Technically, you can conspire to, oust a president of a company. That's conspiracy because you conspired, which means to plan in secret. Now let's look at the word theory. Theory actually has two meanings depending on its usage. In an academic sense, it is the field of study backed up by things such as laws and rules and hypotheses. In simple words, it's just a big field study, or an academic body, or whatever the way you like it. Common examples of this usage are musical theory, the study of music and harmonics; game theory, the study of tactics and war; and evolutionary theory, the study of the development and diversification of living organisms. And just as with every theory, there are subsects, little divisions. Now, there is another more commonly used theory that I believe conspiracy theorists don't want to admit they are, and they prefer to be definition number one. And that is the colloquial definition of theory, which is an idea or a conjecture. More like, I got a theory about this, or, oh, this guy got hurt, well, I got a theory about that. So, combined conspiracy theory means the belief that covert groups are planning something or have planned to do stuff that is usually considered unethical or illegal by normal standards, but in this case are covered up because they violate such rules. It's mainly a cover-up of a conspiracy, so yeah, it's a little confusing. Now let's get into the fun part. So why do people really believe in conspiracy theories? I mean, come on. Flat Earth, fake moon landing, things we can prove. Why do people believe things in spite of evidence? Well, it actually has to do with the brain itself. You see, there's an evolutionary advantage to believing information you're given. In his work, The God Delusion, Richard Dawkins explains that, at least in terms of religion, might have been a side effect of the tendency to believe your elders. Not saying that religion is a conspiracy theory, get me there, but the idea that a thing that would be used for religion, a strong belief in the face of evidence, would also tend to apply to conspiracy theories, and likely are from the same parts of the brain that use it. Now, the reason why this is, why would there be any evolutionary need for conspiracy theories or religion? Well, that actually is more likely, as I said, a side effect. The example Richard Dawkins used was a moth to flame. Moths are not intentionally killing themselves. They're not some sort of weird, like, kamikaze pods. Instead, it is a misfiring of the moth's navigation system, which it uses starlight and moonlight to direct its course, allowing it to stay on target.
Stay on target.
Without, needing to, have a magnetic compass or whatever they probably do. So in this case, conspiracy theories are misfiring of that. There's also something a little bit more. This also appeals into religion. And that is the idea of pattern seeking. You see, as a species, we developed a pattern seeking ability far better than any other species on the planet, to our knowledge. Humans are so good at this. That's how we're able to see ways into areas that you couldn't think of, or think outside the box. Looking at patterns and rearranging patterns. This also led to the rise of things as finding Jesus on toast or seeing a face on Mars. This kind of a misfiring of pattern seeking, as I talked about earlier with trusting. And that is called pareidolia. That is, again, seeing things that are not quite there. Oh, look, it's Godzilla in the sky. But because of that, it is really easy to see something, to make matches. And sometimes these matches are right. I mean, sometimes it's true the government is experimenting on people, trying to figure out if they use psychics as a weapon. Sometimes it's just, oops. Don't attribute malicious intent where it could easily be foolishness. Or incompetency. I mean, the government's known for that. But because of that, we want to make meaning out of chaos. Humans, this is also what brings religion. We like to figure out stuff. We like to make things make sense. That's why intelligent design is so appealing. Or the idea that the government really does fake everything and it's all false flag operations. Sometimes reality is just too harsh. That's a psychological reason why some people don't really want to believe in it. I mean, would you want to believe the world's fucked up? Better to believe it's being controlled by a evil cabal with 10 fingers in a dark room than realize shit's fucked up. Some people might say it's even an application of responsibility for the world. In some cases. Not all serious theories are like that. And sometimes it's just a refusal to learn. People just want to be set in their ways. Not judging everyone. Just saying what I see. For our next topic, we'll be looking at the societal pressures, what may cause you to become a conspiracy theorist. The societal pressures are quite interesting reason why there are a number of conspiracy theorists. And just as many, if not more, conspiracy theories. It's really easy to become paranoid that Big Brother is manipulating things if there's evidence it's happened in the past. You see, ladies and gentlemen, part of the reason why these are so appealing, aside from the biological reason, is because, as you might say in deja vu, this shit's happened before. A common example that push people this are the cover-ups or false flag operations too. One of the big cases of this were the Bay of Tompkins incident, which had the Americans claiming that their boats were sunk by North Vietnamese communists. This, of course, led to America's joining the Vietnam War, and the rest is history. And that's not the only case. we have the burning of the Reichstag, which allowed Hitler to basically point the fingers again at the communists, and allowed him to rise to become Fuhrer. Yes, isn't that lovely to think about? Hitler tricking people into becoming his loyal subjects. There were cover-ups of dumpings, illegal stuff. So you can see why this can become very appealing. Again, not only are we looking at the neurology, but how society pushes this. Why we would believe that. It can be a daunting existence. And it takes solace into having either a mainstream belief or a little not so mainstream belief. Like maybe can he not get shot by Oswald and it was CIA turned KBG and they shot Oswald because he'd spilled the beans? Maybe that happened. Maybe, we really did encounter UFOs. Who knows? Maybe you'll have to join us for next class. Because in that class, we're going to be talking about false flags operations. And of course, the ultimate granddaddy, because next month is September, the ultimate claimed false flag operation, 9/11. To those who are victims, I do apologize in advance. This may be painful. So have a wonderful month, and I will see you next month. Class dismissed.